Okay, we're live. I just had a very frustrating morning because I just realized that the prop firm industry is likely not going to be around for a while, at least for U.S. citizens. And that just puts me in quite a predicament because just getting funded, just getting my first payout, I started to have a lot of hope for the future. And I just wanted to obviously make this video because there's a lot of complaining going on out there. There's a lot of despair, a lot of anger, and I want to be a little symbol of hope because I had to deal with that. And then in trying to make this video, I actually cracked my screen and realized I'm about to go spend $700 to fix my computer screen. So definitely got walloped this morning, but I got to live the message that I teach. I have to. And this is it. This is dealing with loss. This is normalizing it and moving through it and moving on. And things change. Life changed. Life is full of change. And change is synonymous with loss. And loss can be synonymous with change because they're both forms of each other. So every time something changes, likely something has died and another thing has been born in its place. Apply that to anything. Oh, I'm changing jobs. Okay, so your old job and everything you knew about your life regarding that job has just died. And that's what you've lost. And now you're starting a new job, and that is what is taking its place and all those new opportunities. So I am over here actually just working with the new DX trading platform because I'm like, hey, let's make money while the sun is shining. And I'm not going to get too frustrated. I loved my trading panel, and I'm still trying to set up a demo account over here. But as you can see, I also am just like, you know what? DX trade. Fine. Let's do it that way. So here is how to manage your own risk now that we have lost our trading panels and expert advisors and everything that we loved about MT4. And the only other solution I can recommend is don't be a U.S. citizen or resident. Apparently residents too are subject to the scrutiny of the CFTC that is cracking down on MetaQuotes, which is the provider for MT4 and MT5, which is now not providing price data to other brokers that the prop funds work with. So with all that said, your only solution is to give up your U.S. citizenship and move to another country and take up citizenship there. Now, I've looked into this. You can get your U.S. citizenship back if you do so. That's pretty shitty. So I'm going to show you on this screen. Essentially, I built a risk management trading panel for myself within Google Sheets. And if you all want that, just put comments in the comment section, and I'll make it available to you all. Because it just means that we're going to have to be a little bit more manual about the way we do things. I really loved my trading panel. There was easy adjustments. I could use virtual stop losses. I could take trades based on a risk to reward ratio that I predetermined. But there are tools, even in TradingView, and I'm about to show you one of them. So it's a long short tool position. For me, it's right here in my quick bar. Again, that's just down here. If you click the star in the bottom left corner, you can pull that up or down. And otherwise, you find them right here, long position, short position. And by adding a star, taking away a star, you add these to your bar. All right, so I personally have seen a signal fire off on my trading. I can even get rid of some of this, make it really simple. So I essentially placed a limit order here, and I placed it for 3 units, 3 Bitcoins. That was my position size. Now I'm just showing you right here how this works. So when you modify your stop loss, it actually will tell you based on how much you predetermine that you want to risk, which is right here, 1.59% of an account size of 200,350. Now, if we look at DX Trader, that's exactly what my starting balance was after my first profit split. I opened me a new account, and this is what it was. Now, I'm going to go back into TradingView and show you how useful this tool is. So, once you've predetermined what your risk is, and your profit level and your stop loss, essentially this will generate exactly how many units you're supposed to buy of that. And this will, whether you have leverage or not. So the only difference with DX Trade and this FTMO is there actually is no leverage on crypto. So I can't buy 5 Bitcoin at the price of $52,000 because that's $250,000 and I only have $200,000 at my disposal. So that's not possible. And I wanted my stop to be wide anyways, around 2%. And so I'm just going to keep moving it up here right there. Perfect. So 2%. This is my stop level price, 53,180 basically. Let's just put that as 180 to keep these numbers really clean. And then my take profit level is, let's call this 60. 48,560. Okay. And so again, this number adjusts ever so slightly based on that, based on my risk to reward and like how much I want to risk right here. So when I move this, you'll notice that only my risk to reward ratio changes here, but my actual position size does not, because that's only determined based on one, my account size and how much I want to risk of that account. And then therefore my stop loss will change that. So that's what we're all looking for in our trade panels, right? That's what I was looking for in my trade panel, is essentially to know how much I'm going to lose per trade in percentage terms. Some of us want to use pips, some of us want to use dollars, and you can do that. You can change this to dollars. So once that's established, now I understand like where I'm at. So I'm going to Z that back to my spot. So I'm being told that with my account size and this trade setup that I should purchase 3 units of Bitcoin, or in this case, sell 3 units of Bitcoin if I want to risk 1.59% of my account. Now I go into here and I'll just show you the trade that was a limit trade that is currently open. And my fill price was exactly that, 52,125 essentially. And at the time I just put in 3 lots flat, right? 3 units of Bitcoin. My projected loss will be, again, percentage of my balance, 1.59%. And that is $3,175.65. Now I've done the exact same thing over in my P&L, and I built this out as well, where I enter how much I want to risk. In this case, 1.59%. Here's my balance, and then I put my entry, I put my stop loss, put my take profit, and all of this below is generated. So watch this, boom. Here's my max loss, 3,186. So pretty much the same. Now the only discrepancy is that between these two is that there's a slight difference in my actual position size and my account total. So again, max loss 3,186, amount to buy 3.045, and my risk to reward is essentially 3.4. That's my R multiple. So for every dollar I risk, I make $3.41 with this setup. I'm okay with that. I usually shoot for that, like 3 or higher, and that's where we're at. So again, y'all, like, instead of complaining, let's build something. Let's put the work in ourselves. And some of you all have. I looked at some of the comments on the FTMO update on the DX Trader, and y'all are like, I built my own algorithms and trade panels and risk management. And so I will offer this to anybody that wants it. I also can include these algorithms where you enter your total. So you have a $100,000 account. I'll tell you exactly how much you're risking when you risk 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%. Anything over that's kind of crazy, boy. But we can do the same thing with a long. Just for, say we were to go long from here. I'm just going to open a long using the tool. And let's say I want to go right below, keep it real tight, and just splash up here. Again, you know, if we want to be cool, let's see if we get a little. There we go. We'll go to our first Fibonacci extension target, and we'll do it like that. Boom. So cool. Risk to reward of 3.17. And if we go in here and let's say we have $200,000 account, add another 0, and we want to risk 3% because we're wow boys. Wow boys. Here we go. This is what you're supposed to buy. 4.031 units of Bitcoin. And again, you'll risk 1% in terms of the price movement, but you're actually risking 1% of the total account. So I could change that to 3 because that's what I thought we did anyways. So there you go. It bumps it up to 12 units. And again, you're still risking around 1% here because that's what the price movement would be if you went from current price or that entry down to your exit. See that? All right. So those are commensurate with one another. You can see that 1.95% right there. And it was also that right there. Okay. So here's the alternative. And I just want to lean into that again, y'all. Like, I was super upset, cracked my screen before I started this video. Got to go drop $700 to get that fixed. But honestly, like, I wanted to make this content for y'all because I'm not here to complain, man. I'm here to make it work. And I do think prop firms are a privilege. And some of us are relying on them, like really relying on them for our lifestyle and our well-being, our financial well-being, that is. Probably not our mental health. But I wanted to share this as like a glimmer of hope, okay? Prop firms are fickle beasts, and they're clearly coming under U.S. regulatory scrutiny, and we got to just roll with the punches, all right? So cheers to that. This is Conscious Crypto. Like, subscribe if this was any value to you. I'll also be uploading my next video as the #1 mindset hack for passing and getting payouts on prop firm challenges. Obviously, I'll have to work on that title because it's a motherfucking mouthful. But, it is the #1 mindset hack to getting payouts from challenges. And not everyone knows it. I didn't know it till I got funded, till I got paid out. Didn't know this. Find out in the next video. Cheers. here's a short position. I'm looking at a short on Bitcoin, and I'm looking at a wide stop, like 2%. And then all the information I need is in here. So basically, if I click into this, I can put my account size, and my account size in DX trades is $200,000 and 300. They reset you every time you take a profit split. And so I took a profit split of almost max. And let's see just real quick. So you can see here, that's correct. Balance $200,350. And going back to here, so add a little 5 right there if we want. And then I leave lot size alone with Bitcoin, but I change the risk parameters here. And so I wanted to be a little riskier on this trade because I'm trying to make hay while the sun is shining. And I went with 1.5% risk. The entry price is here, and those can just be adjusted by, sliding this up or down. That's the stop that I'm sliding up or down. And then this is the entry that I'm sliding up or down. And again, so go back into it. If you just copy these point blank, based on where you want to be entered and where you want to be exit into the trading platform, you can set your stop loss. You can set your take profit. And it does tell you down here your projected loss. That is something I appreciate. I couldn't actually get that out of MT4, but I could get it in my trade panel. So, and then what's also interesting is here's the percentage of my balance that's being risked. So now let me go back real quick. Y'all can scrutinize this trade later based on how it plays out, but here's your price, obviously profit level price, stop level price. So to me, this is extremely valuable because right here, it'll tell you exactly how much to trade. This is going to move around because it's like, whether you're in an active trade, it kind of shows you how much you're winning or losing. Here's your risk to reward ratio, 3.4. Here's the amount of Bitcoin I should buy or sell in this case. So this is my position size, and that's huge. That's position size. Now, if I'll go over here, and I'll bring you what I built in my own Google Sheet, is I can put all of that information into these boxes. And again, so I can alter this one ever so slightly, and it'll alter these numbers ever so slightly. And I put my entry, my stop loss, my take profit. And then over here, it automatically calculates what my percentage risk is. So that's actually, doesn't look like it's, let's leave those alone for a minute. I also put this over here where I put my balance in twice, but I put it right here because this tells me exactly my percentage of risk. So if I risk 1%, I'm risking $2,000, $3,000, $6,000, or 3%, and so on and so forth. But down here again, here shows me my max loss and the amount to buy and my risk to reward ratio. So again, if I delete this, these will go away. Now I'm going to Command Z that all the way back through, and then those calculate. So I can cross-reference that with this, boom, and then cross-reference that again with this as well. So I bought about 3 lots. It's telling me my percentage of my risk is 1.59. Projected loss is 3,175. So, yep, 3,186, right? Difference of $10. And again, the reason that's different is because I bought 3 units. That's how I placed it before I built this. And then I placed the amount to buy. So here is how to manage your own risk. Now that we have lost our trading panels and expert advisors and everything that we loved about MT4. So we have to deal with what we have to deal with, y'all. The only solution, here is a solution. And the only other solution I can recommend is don't be a U.S. citizen or resident. Because apparently residents too are subject to the scrutiny of the CFTC that is cracking down on MetaQuotes, which is the provider for MT4 and MT5, which is now not providing price data to other brokers that the prop funds work with. So with all that said, your only solution is to give up your US citizenship and move to another country and take up citizenship there. Now, I've looked into this. You can get your US citizenship back if you do so. That's pretty shitty. And I've really wanted to do it because of a lot of reasons, including this, including taxes, including just a lot of unfairness, and the fact that I'm not really feeling the US as a superpower or the greatest country in the world. We do have some phenomenal things going for us, but especially when you put that next to China or Russia. But I'm not really as proud of the United States as I was when I was a kid, and as my grandfather was and my father was. So changing times, and here we got to change with it. So